That my mother always made is cornbread. My grandmother made it. My grandmother made it. My mother made it. My grandmothers made it. I used to make it at my grandmother's restaurant. Only I made it with like a huge. It was like a huge vat of butter cornbread, and we use like a pan-fried cornbread. There's dozens of recipes all over the world. Maybe it's a super easy bread to make. To me, it's delicious. Some people put corn in it. Some people put a lot of sugar in it. Some people make it really cakey. This is a very different kind of thing. This is very crunchy and I don't know. It's soft in the middle and crunchy on the outside. I mean, isn't that what bread's supposed to be? That's why we eat bread. It's beautiful with butter on it. It's one of my favorite things to make, and my mother gave me this recipe, and I really haven't strayed from it because it just rocks. The only difference today is I'm not using regular milk. I'm using buttermilk because I had some, and I do like it with buttermilk on occasion. Maybe I shouldn't use buttermilk. No, I want to use the buttermilk. Maybe I'll make another one with just regular milk. But either way, I'm making cornbread today, and it's really good. All right, so here we go. So start with the cornbread, I'll always start with, well, I'll tell you first. I start with getting an oven 425 degrees. But before I get it to 425 degrees, I put a pan of oil in it, and I'll show it to you in a second. But you want to put your pan and your skillet. Cast iron skillet is important. Cast iron skillet, people. Listen to me one more time. Cast iron skillet. You want to use a cast iron skillet. You want to put about 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil, of vegetable oil, Crisco, something that's not going to smoke too high. And don't use butter or nothing like that. And put it in your oven, and then turn your oven on to 425 and wait till your oven gets hot. That way, when your oven's hot, your pan's hot. Okay? This is very important. This is key. That's the key part to this cornbread. All right? So, that being said, using 3/4 cup of cornmeal. I'm going to use, 1 heaping tablespoon of flour. That's all-purpose flour. Honestly, it can be all-purpose flour or self-rising flour. I find that this is a fairly forgiving recipe. Also, I use baking powder, and I am going to use 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1 and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then, I'm sure this bugs the crap out of some people. I don't care. I really don't care if it bugs you or not. I'm going to use probably 1, 2, 3, 4 good pinches of salt. Okay? 4 pinches of salt. How many was it? 4, I said. I'm just going to go ahead and just mix all the dry ingredients up pretty good. That's it. That's the dry ingredients. That's it. There's not much to this. All right? Now, some people go ahead and beat an egg before they put it in here. What I kind of do is I make like a little bowl shape in there. Kind of push everything to the side. I take an egg and I crack it. Try not to crack it over the bowl if you can. Crack it. Put it in there. And I just beat it up really good. Beat it up really good. It's going to incorporate some of that. It doesn't matter. It's all going to be beat together. But you just want the egg to be beat up. You don't have to dirty another bowl if you don't want to. Hope you can see this. You don't have to dirty up another bowl. I try not to if I can. And honestly, I shouldn't have put that there. I should have put it in the trash can because I need some buttermilk. Now, the thing with buttermilk is you need, shake it up. Buttermilk is not curdled milk, guys. That would be like sour cream. Buttermilk is what's left over when you make the butter. It's the cream it's the milk that's left over after you make butter. It's called buttermilk. All right. I don't think you can make buttermilk. I don't think you can make butter from buttermilk. You know what? Don't listen to me. I may be completely wrong on this, but this is what I'm using. And I want to start with a cup. I might need more because really the buttermilk is a little thicker than regular milk, and it may need to, I need to do it till it looks right. And normally I don't measure this stuff, so I'm measuring it now for you to help you. But we'll start with a cup. I know I need at least a cup, and that may be all I need. I don't know. We'll see. So stir it up. This stuff looks like cake batter. And one thing to know too is I normally don't start this bread until my pan is ready, until my oven is beeped and says that it is at 425 degrees. Once it beeps, that's when I start it, which my pan already did that. So I should have started this video earlier, but I didn't. Now, what you don't want to do is you don't want to do this and let it sit, because what's going to happen is this this baking powder is going to activate. You can already start to see the bubbles coming up. It really activates really well with this buttermilk because it's acidic. You don't want to sit around, because now you'll spend up everything out of all the goodness from the baking powder. Now, I have a wooden top. It's fairly forgiving, but I'm going to pull out a really hot pan, and I'm going to put it right here. Get my oven mitt. Be very careful when you do this, okay? This pan is already hot. And it has oil in it. Remember, I put about 2 or 3 tablespoons of oil. Now, if you pour this in here and it does not bubble, then you did something wrong. Yeah, there we go. Hear that sizzling? That's supposed to happen. It looks like there's a lot of oil because I just pushed all the oil to the sides and to the top. But that's okay, because normally people put oil in their batter. I don't. I wait and I let the oil incorporate from the pan. And also, this full frying that it does right here, this frying helps make that crust that you're going to have. It's going to be so beautiful. That's it. How simple is that? So I'm going to put this in the oven. It's going to be in there for probably 20 minutes. I am going to set my timer for 20 minutes, and then I'm going to check on my corn. Be right back. At the bread, and it is almost there. See, it's browning around the edges, but I want it just a little more brown, but it's very close. Probably another 4 or 5 minutes. I think we're ready. Just checked it out. Yes, nice and brown. A little brown on top, not too brown. Cut that off. And that looks about right. Now, you can do a couple things. You can, if you're going to be a while before you serve it, you can keep it in the pan. The pan will just keep it warm, which is great. It'll keep it warm for quite a while because this cast iron will hold heat for a long time. But I'm about to serve it up because we're all about to eat. So, boom, pour it out. A little bit of oil still in the pan. Leave that there. There we go. And that, my friends, is a good plate of cornbread. I'm going to cut it. It's super, super hot right now. You're going to notice it's not terribly thick. It's not cakey. It's actually got a crust around the edges and soft in the middle, which is what bread should be. Do you not agree, Morgan? Lauren, excuse me. Who are you? What daughter are you? I'm going to cut this in 8 pieces. Cut in 8 because I can't eat 10. I'll show you what it looks like. Whew, God, that's hot. 425 degree oven. Should be hot. I'll put this here and I'll put it there and show you what this looks like. Cut it open for you too. This is how I like to eat it. That's right. She knows what's up. Soft in the middle, crunchy on the outside. Put a little piece of butter on each side, like that. Close it up again. Now I got 2 pieces of cornbread running ready to eat. And there we have it. Mama's cornbread. Lauren, how do you like it?
It's pretty good.
You're about to be on camera.
I'm really good, thanks.
You're good? Nails are nice.
Thanks.
All right. Yeah. All right. Cornbread.